I'd like to talk about Iceland for a minute. Iceland has not been in the media for a good minute, and there's a very good reason why. Some of you probably know Iceland went bankrupt. The reason Iceland went bankrupt is they followed our system of monetary policy. They ceded control of their currency to a group of individual bankers who privatized great profits for about 4 years before bankrupting the national economy, which they then tried to socialize onto the populace, enslaving subsequent generations, a minimum 2, with unbearable debt. As opposed to doing that, Iceland rose up and deposed their entire national government. Every last member of government instituted a nationalized economy whereby they controlled their own money. We have a similar situation here with the Federal Reserve. If you do not understand how the Federal Reserve came to exist and how it operates, frankly, any opinion you have on the economy or politics is woefully underinformed. I don't say that to offend anyone, but there is a free book online that very succinctly covers all of the history of banking influence on politics. It's called On the Horns of the Beast. It's free online in PDF form. I strongly encourage everyone here to read it and disseminate that information as far and wide as possible.
The bottom line is the wrong rules, the wrong laws, put the wrong people in positions of power. And we are here to stand our ground for our rights. You know, we got the right to camp over there. And everywhere we go, the government has been pushing us one way or the other. Now, it's bigger than that though, because it's a money problem, it's a Wall Street problem, but really it's a people problem. Because the people problem has created a money problem. Now let's let you in on a little secret here. There are 2 black boxes. One is in the CIA and one is in the Pentagon. Both of these have unlimited supplies of money. Believe it or not, that's the way it works. We can print as much fucking money as we want. It's the people problem. And the important point is, we are supposed to get together as a community, resolve our differences, become educated. That's why we have the teach-ins over here. Because there is no easy solution to this problem. As Ronald Reagan said, we will not defeat communism, we will transcend communism. And that's why here we have the Occupy Austin Collective. We have come together as a community. We're trying to send work groups out in the fields to get things done. We're trying to pull together as a community to talk about everything. We're bringing teachers down here. It's important that this movement keeps on going. It's going to go global. It cannot stop.
I was just laid off today. After 2 months on the job. Because the federal government. Cannot agree on a goddamn thing. They did not pass a budget last year. And now all government agencies. Are letting people go. Because they don't know if they're going to have enough money to pay them. The reason why they're doing this is because the federal government only cares. The reason why they're doing this is because the federal government only cares about the 1%. This is not a democracy. When the government is only looking out for a very select few. At the expense of everybody else. We cannot meet the challenges of the 21st century. Unless we all come together. I'm talking about climate change. I'm talking about student loans. Selling yourself into slavery to banks. And hedge funds. They gambled all our money away. We should be pissed off. We should be angry. We're angry. We should get bigger. We need larger marches. During the Iraq War, I saw huge marches in Austin. And we're still in war. I haven't seen
I haven't seen
a huge march for Occupy Wall Street yet.
a huge march for Occupy Wall Street yet.
At the heart of life is liberty.
At the heart of life is liberty.
And liberty joins us all together, the 99%.
Joins us all together, the 99%.
Someone once wrote, you'd better enjoy every moment.
You better enjoy every moment.
A breath, every color. Experience life to its fullest.
Experience life to its fullest.
Because this is not a rehearsal.
Because this is not a rehearsal.
This is not a test run.
This is not a test run.
Once it is over, there is no second act here.
There is no second act here.
There are no second chances.
There are no second chances.
So you'd better make the most of this one.
So you better make the most of this one.
There are those who say we must make concessions.
There are those who say we must make
In
concessions.
this time of fear in order to survive.
In this time of fear, in order to survive.
A decision must be made in the time.
It must be made in the time.
In the lives of everyone.
In the lives of everyone.
When the grasp of the enemy
The grasp of the enemy
is at their throats.
is at their throats.
Then it seems the only way to survive
And it seems the only way to survive
is to use the means of the enemy
is to use the means of the enemy
to wrest survival
to wrest survival
upon that which is expedient,
upon that which is expedient,
like attacking the police
like attacking the
or
police,
looking the other way, which we do not want to do.
or looking the other way, which we do not want to do.
Anymore.
The only answer to this is
The only answer to this is
survival as what?
survival as what?
Our country is not a rock.
Our country is not a rock.
It isn't an extension of ourselves.
It is an extension of ourselves.
Our country is a democracy.
Our country is a democracy.
And a nation is what it stands for when standing for something is most difficult.
Standing for something when standing for something is most difficult.
Ideals have held.
Ideals have held
This magnificent country together.
this magnificent country together.
Its pride and valor
Its pride and valor
have proven themselves through time
have proven themselves through time
and are the cement
and are the cement
that bind every one of us together.
bind every one of us together.
The problems we're experiencing here
The problems we're experiencing here
are within every one of us.
are within every one of us.
The terror is right here.
The terror is right here
Within this nation.
within this nation,
Within this state and city.
within this state and city.
If it is not spoken of,
If it is not spoken of,
discussed and exposed,
discussed and exposed,
then we will sink into the evil that terror breeds.
then we will sink into the evil that terror breeds.
All of the poisons
All of the poisons
that lurk in the mud
lurk in the mud
shall hatch out.
shall hatch out.
And if that should occur,
And if that should occur,
no precious.
Our freedom is too precious.
To be bought. For the price of change.
To be bought for the price of change.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah!
Stop!
Stop!
Listening to rumors!
Listening to rumors!
Only believe what you know to be true!
What you know to be true!
This means what you have witnessed
What you have witnessed
with your own eyes!
with your own eyes!
And even then, use some discretion
Use some discretion
about what you say.
about what you say.
Remember
Remember
that perspective
that perspective
changes